for 2016. Welcome to the KRI Kitchen. This month we're featuring Parsley Pilau, which is from the book Foods for Health and Healing, Remedies and Recipes Based on the Teachings of Yogi Bhajan. This is available as an ebook or as a print book from KRI. It's just a really a book of all kinds of recipes and tips on how to prepare food and the science behind that. We chose this recipe because it's very simple. It's actually made all in one dish, which is kind of nice for the kitchen cleanup. And it's featured because it's good for this time of year when you can kind of feel like a little bit heavy and a little bit sleepy, extra sleepy. It's good if you have headaches. You can read up on the description in the book. And it's made up of basmati rice, parsley, potatoes, onions, oregano seeds, chili pepper, turmeric, black pepper, bay leaves, and ghee. So all of these properties in this recipe are antioxidants, and they help to relax you and help in your digestion. So put all together as one dish, it's a very healing food. I'm going to show you how to prepare this dish in a couple of steps. First of all, we have half a cup of ghee in a large pan. This pan will be big enough to saute the onions and the spices and then add the rice and parsley and potatoes to cover with and simmer all together with water. I'm going to add the 2 cups of finely chopped onions into the ghee. I chose to chop up the onions, and later we'll add the potatoes, fairly small because they have to all cook together with the rice steaming in the water, and it's better to have it smaller pieces so it all cooks really well. So the ghee is melting, just stirring around the onions to get the ghee all infused. And the recipe calls for cooking the onions with oregano seeds. This is also known as ajwain seeds in Indian cooking. Really good antioxidant, antibacterial. This is crushed bay leaves. And here's a bay leaf. You'll be familiar with that. I just crushed it with my hands, and I found that the lower part of the stem was a little bit tough, so I picked those parts out just so they wouldn't be hard once you're cooking it. So that's just 2 bay leaves crushed up. Tablespoon of turmeric. We all know that turmeric is just the best healing herb. This is cayenne. You can add more if you like it hot. And black pepper, again, you could add more if you like the peppery taste. So I'm going to stir that all around with the onions and the ghee. Get it all mixed in together. And we're going to cook that until the onions are soft and starting to brown, and the spices are also cooked. It's important with turmeric to make sure you cook it well. It'll change from this golden orange color to a nice darker brown. So I'll cook this for a few minutes and then we'll come back and add the rest of the ingredients. So the onion spices have been cooking in the ghee for it's been about 12 to 13 minutes now, and you can see how the turmeric has turned to that nice rich brown color, and the onions have blistered and they're getting nice and soft, and all the spices have been infused with the onions and the ghee. Ghee is like a magical fat that's been used in Ayurveda for thousands of years. It's actually a saturated fat which helps reduce cholesterol and is a very good antioxidant. If you look it up online, there's so many properties of ghee that they're finding now in scientific research which explains why it's used so widely in Ayurvedic cooking. So now this is ready to add the other ingredients. We're going to add 1 cup of basmati rice. It's not been cooked, it's just the uncooked rice. This is 2 cups of finely chopped potatoes. I used the Yukon Gold. You can use any kind. And 1 cup of chopped parsley. I used the curly leaf, but you could use other varieties if you like. The thing about these healing recipes is that not only are the physical ingredients important, but it's the love and the prayer that you put into the cooking that also adds another very tangible element of how this makes a healing food. So prepare this as you would with love, with devotion, and with someone in mind. If they're having health problems, you can keep them in your mind and your heart. You can chant over as you're cooking and infuse this with all those blessings. So this is all ready. It's all stirred around. You're going to add the water, which in normal circumstances, rice is 1 cup of rice, 2 cups of water, but since we're in New Mexico, we have to add more water. We're at a high altitude. So I'm adding 3 cups of water here. And again, I'm just going to stir it all in, bring it to a boil, and then let it simmer. I'm going to turn it down once it comes to a boil. Cover it up. And just keep your eye on it. After about 5 minutes, you'll see if it needs more water. And it should be ready in about 15 or 20 minutes. So just keep your eye on it at a low heat so it's not sticking or burning. And this will be a delicious dish to serve as is with itself by itself. You could serve it with yogurt for extra protein, or this could be made as a side dish for a family meal or a family gathering. It's so simple to make, and it's in one casserole dish. So I hope you enjoy it. Happy New Year from KRI, and all the best for 2016. So the rice and potatoes, parsley and spices have been cooking for about 20 minutes. This is the finished product. The amount of water was actually really perfect, even though I had to use a little bit more being in the high altitude. So you can see it's really lovely cooked. The basmati rice has nice long grains, and everything's been infused with the lovely flavors of the spices. I'm going to serve it in some pretty bowls. And add a little dollop of yogurt on the top. And then that's ready to serve. Enjoy.